Alright, Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rahak Wadash, double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the tabernacles of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and wherever you may be, to you I say Shalom, Yahshua, Shalom. Alright, I just hung up on the other one, but I grabbed what I was reading there at the bottom of that last session I did. I may actually just merge these together and just make one video, because this one's going to be short and the other one is short. So maybe I'll just go into my studio thing and merge them together. But I copied and pasted what I read there at the end of the other portion that I was reading. It says Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. Because going into what, here it is right here at the top. Crypto Week, alright, on Capitol Hill. Alright, that's what's going on right now. If I'm correct, that's what's going on right now. Crypto Week. So it says Digital Asset Market Clarity Act and the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act. These are other bills being considered in this crypto week, all right, as they're sitting down and chopping it up. So it says here's a breakdown of the crypto week in the House of Representatives and the key legislation being considered, including the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act and the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act. Crypto week and key legislation. The week of July 14, 2025 was designated as Crypto Week in the House of Representatives. Come on now. Now that doesn't say enough, all right? It ain't say I don't know, the week of Cesar Borgia, all right, or the week of embargoes, okay, the week of white women, the week of sin, all right. It's called Crypto Week in the House of Representatives. This week was dedicated to considering several pieces of legislation related to digital assets and cryptocurrencies, reflecting a broader effort to establish a clear regulatory framework and position in the United States as a leader in the digital asset space. The primary goal is to foster innovation while protecting consumers and investors. The key pieces of legislation under consideration during Crypto Week include the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, or also known just as Clarity Act. This act aims to establish a comprehensive regulatory framework for digital assets and cryptocurrencies. It seeks to clarify the roles of the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission in regulating digital tokens, right? Digital tokens. The Clarity Act builds up the groundwork laid by the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, FIT 21, which passed the House in 2024. The Act introduces statutory definitions and operational rules for issuers, intermediaries, and exchanges involved in the issuance, custody, and trading of certain digital assets. The Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act, or GENIUS Act, which we just read about. This act aims to create the first federal comprehensive regulatory framework for payment stablecoins. The GENIUS Act passed the Senate in June 2025 with bipartisan support. It seeks to regulate the stablecoin market, creating a clear framework for banks, companies, and other entities to issue digital currencies. The act aims to ensure issuers have the reserves needed to give stablecoins their value. Then it goes on to state the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act. This act aims to block the issuance of a retail central bank digital currency, or a CBDC, what the apostles on down are constantly warning about. All right, CBDC stands for central, which right here, central bank digital currency, right? A digital dollar, all right, because America is not going to go for it being usurped as being the reserve currency, right? What's going to happen when it comes to that point is everything's finally going to go digital, because they're not going to allow another country's currency to become the reserve currency. All right, the American dollar is strong in many places, okay, and that's what the whole well, not the whole entire thing, but a major part of what the BRICS is about. All right, de-dollarization. You hear the BRICS always talking about de-dollarization because they're trying to find a way to do business with one another without the use of the American dollar, and with little use from the Americans. All right, so just kind of cutting America out of the picture is what they're slowly trying to move into. But it's all it's all stage play. It's all the stuff that goes on in front of the curtain, because we know behind the curtain everybody's in tune. All right, because otherwise everyone wouldn't be going digital. CBDC, all right, and having a microchipping system slowly, arising, all right. So, but this is the major warning, all right. CBDC, digital dollar, The goal is to safeguard American. Can I say it better? The goal is to safeguard Americans' financial privacy. And really, it's just keeping the American dollar as the reserve currency. But it's even with that said, it's bigger than that, because it's really about the agenda. All right, that just goes along with the agenda. But the agenda is to microchip everybody. Okay, but it just falls in line with the agenda. So it says the House leadership, along with the Financial Services and Agricultural Committees, played a key role in advancing this legislation. The House is working to pass the Genius Act and send it to President Trump. The legislation is being closely watched globally, with the U.S. aiming to become the crypto capital of the world, and ultimately is going to be a digital capital of the world. All right. So you see it right there. They lit up the wrong thing, which I think you kind of get it. It says the developments are seen as a significant step towards establishing a regulatory framework for digital assets in the United States, because it's all moving towards what? As we just read, the CBDC and ultimately the microchip, as the apostles on down have been warning about. Okay, referring to the book of Revelation chapter 13, man, what John the Revelator forewarned us about through the Spirit, when he says, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. Okay, and he received revelations from the Lord himself. And so we have these understandings, because not only was the Lord dealing with him, he recorded these things, but the Holy Spirit has come upon us to understand these things, because we're living in those times where these things are being rolled out, and we're wanting the sheep and preparing ourselves for it too as well. So that was all I had for you. Lord willing, you edify to the next thing. I'm sure I'm going to say shalom.